guys, and welcome to another WIP Wednesday. So in my world, it is actually Tuesday, May 20th. Yeah, so this week is like super busy for me. This last weekend we had a celebration of life for my dad's brother, who was an adopted brother from when my dad was in the military. I don't have my lights on right now, so that is why you're seeing the shadow across my forehead. I just didn't feel like messing with them. Because, I spent the money on these lights, and I've noticed that when they are on, what happens is my camera will go light to dark as I move around during the video. So I'm still trying to figure out how to fix that problem. If anybody has any ideas, please let me know. At this point, I'm thinking about saving up to buy another camera, identical probably to the one that I use for my top-down tutorials, and using that to film on instead of the integrated camera that comes with my laptop. Just because it really bothers me that I have this shadow across my forehead, but then when I turn these lights on up here, for some reason, when I move this way or that way, or if I show something to the camera will dim automatically, and I don't know how. I tried going into my settings to fix that, and I couldn't find anything in the laptop settings where it would not do that. So yeah, if there's any tech-savvy people out there that know how to maybe fix that without spending another $600 on a new camera, that would be awesome, because I really would rather not have to move the tutorial camera every time I want to face the camera and film. It's just very tedious is what it is. I guess it's me being lazy. I don't know. Whatever. But anyways, so we had to drive all the way to Dallas, which for us is a 4-hour drive, for the celebration of life. And what I took with me was actually that, purple and white latte cake hoodie that I've been working on. And I took my, Ultimate Sacrifice shawl that I've been working on using the Dream color from Hobie. I took both of those. I only ended up working on the purple and white hoodie though. I know you guys have seen it sitting back here for a long while. But right now it's currently packed up because this evening I am getting ready to go to Casey's 5th grade graduation. She's graduating from the 5th grade to the 6th grade. And it's still in my backpack, and it'll probably stay there. I'm not going to crochet during the graduation, but I might crochet afterwards because I think we might be going out to eat and things like that. And I'll probably crochet sometime then, wherever I can get a few stitches in, you know what I mean? But most of you guys, I think, have seen that. And we're 4 minutes in, and it's only just now dawned on me that I have not introduced myself. By the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm Adrian, and Kiwi is my parrot. I feel like I'm trying to squeeze a whole lot of filming time into a very short amount of time, because my mom's going to be here very shortly to pick us up, and I still have to change my clothes and all of that. So yeah, that is why I'm trying to do this at more of a faster pace than what I usually do. I guess I need to slow down a bit. Anyways, so getting into my finished projects this week, or the last 7 days. I actually made 5 spiders this week, even though with a celebration of life going on over the weekend and whatnot, I was able to make 5 spiders. I know one of them I did during, I worked on during a live stream, so you guys may have seen that. If not, I will put a card up at the top so you guys can watch that replay if you'd like to. It was actually this one here that I worked on the live stream and finished him up. That was my first time doing a live stream where the view was top down, and I found it quite enjoyable. A lot of people popped in, and I think it was really fun, and so I am going to try to incorporate the top-down live streaming on Sundays, probably around 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, where I'll just talk and crochet. I'll just chit-chat with you guys and work on whatever project I happen to be working on. So I am going to try to incorporate that into my filming schedule. So I did get this one finished. And then I got another one just like him finished. I haven't put the little handmade wooden tag on the others yet, but I did get this one finished as well. I got a white and silver one done, or I guess white and gray. The white is also glittery. I don't know if you guys can tell. I have my table lamp on over here. That's why it kind of gets a little brighter on this side, but maybe you guys can see the glitter in the white. So this silver or this gray color is actually Red Heart Super Saver Metallic. And then this white is some Impeccable, I think it was called, what is it? What is this called? Impeccable Glitter is what it is. I got this at the thrift store for $1. So that was the third one that I got finished. This fourth one that I got finished is black and silver, and the black yarn is Red Heart Super Saver Metallic as well, except the black has a gold streamer through it instead of a silver streamer. And then this last one I have is this little lavender spider. It's hard to tell on the camera. The lighting is not great. But this is a light pale lavender color, and it's got kind of a holographic sparkle streamer going through it. So the different colors do have different colored streamers. Those were the 5 spiders that I completed, and I'll get those thrown into the Scream Hollow box as soon as I can. I've mentioned a few times in the last couple of videos that I think this year I'm going to focus more on spiders than on bats, because we do have a lot of repeat customers that come out to Scream Hollow, so a lot of those people will have already purchased bats or will have already seen them. So I'm going to probably make more spiders this year than bats and see how it goes. Just so that, customers have something new to look at. I already have 22 pumpkins, so I don't really have to focus too much on pumpkins. But I went and I pulled out, what I did is I pulled out all of the colors in my stash that I could find. With as big as my stash is, it takes up the hallway, one whole wall of my bedroom, a whole wall in Benjamin's bedroom. Out of all of my stash, I went and I dug out all of the sparkly yarn that I could find that was a solid color. So not like the Lion Brand mandala cakes that have the sparkle in it, just the ones that were solid colored and had that streamer in them. And I was really surprised to find out that I only have 8 colors. I have 8 colors of sparkly yarn. That's it. In solid colors. So I'm going to be making up some spiders in different different colors similar to how I did these. You know, all of these had the silver gray color. And then, you know, I might make one that, like, I have some blue over here that's got a blue streamer. I'm probably going to make one of those. And I'm just going to mix the colors together and get a rainbow of spiders. I really love this cute little, jumping spider pattern. It is one that I purchased off of Etsy, so I will link it in the description box below if anybody is interested in that. So definitely in the upcoming week, I'll probably be making more spiders, but before I can get to making more spiders, I have an Etsy order that I've been working on here and there. It is for a blue flamingo. This guy also I featured in my last top-down yarn chit-chat live stream. I think it was like 2 days ago. I think it was on the 18th that I did that. And unfortunately, halfway through that stream, you know, I'm having a good time with people. I'm working on this blue flamingo, and then my camera died. So if you guys want to watch the replay of that one, I will also link it up here. But at the end, yeah, it does cut off because my camera died, and for a whole minute I was talking, and then I was like, what is going on? Why, like, what's happening? But yeah, I will also link the tutorial for where you guys can make these. Before anybody says anything, yes, I know that flamingos are pink, but in my Etsy shop, I offer this particular amigurumi in 2 different sizes, and I offer it in 4 different colors: blue, purple, pink, and white. And the reason I offer them in white is because flamingo babies are actually white. And also flamingo adults can be white if they don't get the proper nutrition. The pink color actually comes from the type of shrimp that they eat. Just some random tidbits of information that I have in my head. Now, the blue and purple colors are in there for whimsy. You never know. So, and this particular customer wanted a blue flamingo, so that's what I've been working on. I still have his beak to finish, and his wings and his legs. I just started the first wing. This is a DK weight yarn that I'm using, that I pick up off of Amazon. Actually, there's a whole bunch of it back there. While I was gone at the Celebration of Life in Dallas, Benjamin went and caked up all of these colors for me. I get them in packages of 50. There's 50 different colors in each package, and each ball is only a 20-gram ball. So he actually sat and tied all of the matching colors together and then caked them into nice, neat cakes so that I could kind of organize that mess back there. And you can see a little bit on the second shelf. The colors are darker, but you can see that it does take up 2 shelves. There's a lot I couldn't do without my son. He helps me a lot in regards to yarn, guys. He really does. He comes in, he winds it, he weaves in ends on baby beanies. He said he'd help me weave in the ends on my granny squares. You know, Benjamin he's a good boy, and he really does. I call him boy, but he's 20. You know, for a 20-year-old, he knows a lot more about yarn. I don't know anybody his age that he hangs out with or anything like that knows as much about yarn as he does. But aside from using this yarn, which if anybody's interested in, I will link that in the description box below. I am using a 3.125 millimeter hook. This is my frog hook. It is one of my more recent purchases from my favorite hook shop, Sienna's. I can never pronounce it. Anyways, I'll link the shop in the description box below. But I do have a huge collection of these hooks. They are hand sculpted, and you can choose from a, this is a boy hook, but you can choose from a Clover hook or a Susan Bates hook, depending on your preference. And I have a very large collection of these hand sculpted hooks, some of which are boy hooks and some of which are Clover, just depending on the size that I need. But I think this was one of the ones that I purchased more. I think this might have been part of my last hook purchase. And I was gonna, earlier in the year, I said, 2025 was gonna be the year that I spend more money on hooks than yarn. But lately I have been doing a lot of yarn hauls, even, smaller yarn hauls. Although I just did a larger yarn haul that just came in today. And that is definitely going to be my last yarn haul for a little while. I need to start saving up some money, possibly for that camera. And if I don't end up needing the camera and we figure out a way to make my lighting not do what it's been doing, then I don't know, maybe I'm sure there's other things that I could spend it on besides yarn. And I know Crystal is watching this going, you don't need any more yarn. Stop buying yarn. I need to, yeah, there's a whole bunch of things I need to do. But yeah, I know there's a few of y'all going, you don't need no more yarn. Stop talking about buying yarn. They keep sending me flyers at Hirschner's. And I want to go do a Mary Maxim yarn haul as well. Because I really want to get my hands on the Tonal Hues by Bag O'Day to check it out. I'd love to, go and support her. Benjamin seen her, Magic Moon blanket. I think it's called Magic Moon. It's a kit that Mary Maxim has. He's seen it in the little magazine that they sent me, and he asked me, could I make that for him in purple? So that may be how I get my hands on the Tonal Hues. I may just skip buying different colors and just buy a kit to make him that blanket. He has never asked me to make him a blanket before. He's never asked me to make him anything. He just ends up with random amigurumi and lots of beanies. But he's never showed too much interest in me actually making him something, and so I might have to do that maybe around Christmas. Well, I'll have to pick it up before Christmas, but get started and hopefully have it finished for him by Christmas. That's what I'm thinking anyways. But that's really all that I have going on right now is this flamingo and the spiders, and the hoodie and the shawl have kind of turned into my going places projects. Those are the ones that I work on when I'm out and about, which granted is not very often, but you never know when you're going to get a stitch in. I could just be sitting in the passenger seat and I might be able to get 2 stitches in while my mom's getting gas. But anyways, guys, before I let you go, I wanted to mention Kiwi's merch. Now, I don't mention the fact that I have merch very often, because I don't like the idea of pressuring people or at least it makes me feel like I'm pressuring people to go check out my merch and to check out my Etsy and things like that. However, I do have some new things that I designed for Kiwi. There's some die cut stickers, there are hoodies and mugs, and there is a project bag. There's also a Notions bag in Kiwi's merch shop. And so I would greatly appreciate it if you guys go and check that out. I am, like I said, I'm going to try to save up some money for a new camera and, a couple of things actually. And I probably, in all honesty, I probably need to, this is, I'm saving up for things outside of my medical costs is basically what I'm getting at, and that is the only reason why I mention why I bring up the merch. You can tell how uncomfortable I am bringing up the fact that Kiwi has his own merch. Anyways, guys, it is linked below. And I just would really appreciate it if you guys checked it out. You don't have to purchase anything. I'm not trying to pressure anybody into anything, but I do have some new things in Kiwi's merch shop. And I'm trying to save up for some extra tidbits to roll back into the channel, if that makes sense. Now that I feel super awkward, I am going to let you guys go. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I haven't spoken with Crystal, but hopefully she'll be doing a vertical live with me tomorrow, because you guys are going to see this on Wednesday. So for you guys, it'll be tomorrow. And yeah, that's all I've got for you right now is hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I've got anything planned for Friday. But thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me for the last 20-25 minutes or whatever it is. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.